That's coming your way, but first it promised to save £200 million, but has so far delivered less than £4 million. SWO was set up amid much hype back in 2007 to modernise and run services for 3 public bodies. They are Somerset County Council, Taunton Deane Council and Avon and Somerset Police. Well, the company says it can still achieve the targets, but as our Home Affairs correspondent Steve Brodie reports, there are many, well, who have their doubts.
SWO was set up in collaboration with IBM in 2007. The computer giant owns 75% of the business. Economies of scale would save taxpayers cash.
Working with IBM means that we can buy things such as energy, we can buy information communities technology, computers and software. We can buy pretty much anything cheaper working that way.
The deal is not without its critics and is currently under intense scrutiny. When the Conservatives took control of the County Council, Ken Maddock says he was appalled by what he found.
The first thing that we had to do was to tidy up some of the things that were being done badly as a result of the contract. The second thing we then needed to do was to review the contract to see was it still fit for purpose, and I'm determined to make sure that it will be fit for purpose. That review has revealed a number of shortcomings as I see it, and accordingly we are now in the process of renegotiating the contract.
The aim at that time was to generate significant savings over 10 years by replacing old-fashioned practices with modern methods and systems. But the County Council isn't satisfied and hasn't ruled out a complete change.
If that contract was to be torn up and stopped today, from what is in the pipeline now, we would save £58 million.
In the current climate, that's a vast saving.
It is, it's huge, and that's why we're devoting so much attention to this.
The promise was to save £200 million, but actual savings so far are just £3.3 million. Southwest businessman Roger Conway has been an active critic of how SWO was set up and is run.
It was never set up properly. The terms and conditions of the contract were very much geared towards an American multinational. When you've got 75% of a company, you have it, you control it. Nobody else has a say. And that's really where it's failed. The American company have decided this is a nice little milk cow.
SWO, which has offices here at Taunton Deane Borough Council, declined several requests to be interviewed.
But the company did give the BBC a statement in which it said its mission was to provide better value for money. And it repeated its promise to save £200 million over the next 10 years, although it didn't say how this was to be achieved.
When it's secret, things are usually secret for one reason and one reason only.
And what's that?
They don't want people to realise how much money is disappearing out of it.
When we approached Avon and Somerset Police, they couldn't tell us what savings have been made to this point. Taunton Deane Borough Council has made £800,000 savings, but says overall savings are falling a long way behind those predicted by IBM. There are calls for greater clarity.
It has been an unmitigated, expensive and catastrophic disaster for all taxpayers. To give you some idea, in Somerset alone it's costing roughly £1,000 per man, woman and child just to get into this, never mind what it's costing us each year, and it did lose 16 million last year.
The review at County Hall has been going on since last February, but it's worth remembering that any contract of this type will be beset with large set-up costs. But now these are out of the way, the people behind SWO will be hoping for far greater savings in the next few years. Steve Brodie, BBC Points West.